guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my March TBR. I keep wanting to say book haul, but we're going to be doing my March TBR, and I can't believe it's March already. I honestly feel like I'm not even ready to start reading books about spring. So yeah, I just feel like this year is going by so fast and it's crazy, and I honestly miss spooky season. But anyways, I'm not going to start it off by being like all negative and stuff, but I am going to be talking about the books I'm going to be reading for March. And again, just like most TBRs, I'm not going to have a lot of books on my TBR. The main reason because there's one book I really want to fully digest and intake, but I'll talk about that in just a bit. But oh man, my battery's going to die, so I'll be right back. So I am back with a new battery, but I wanted to talk about all the books that I plan on reading for March. Like I said, I don't normally do a lot of books because there is one book I fully want to digest this month, and I also don't want to add on too much because I am really busy too. So I want to be more realistic and I don't want to make a huge list, but these are the books I kind of want to try to pick up this month. And let's just get started with the video because I want to talk about why I want to get started into these books. So without further ado, let's get started. So the very first book, I have already talked about this before, and this is more of like a nonfiction, just kind of self-help book. So I'm gonna pick it up as I go because I want to annotate this book and I want to fully take in what I'm reading about, because I do feel like I need something like this right now. And I've talked about this already, but it's Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. This is something I have read and then I stopped, and then I have not picked up again. I think I'm on page, where am I at? 97. So I'm not in a huge rush to get this done, but I do want to kind of dabble into this at least for this month, because I do feel like I need to get back on like more of a creative thought process. And when I did read this the first time, it really sparked a lot of creativity towards like my channel. It's just more of like a personal reason why I want to read this, because it's mainly for my channel and mainly for me. I just feel like I need that like little spark, that little inspiration, and so that's why I want to add this onto my TBR, because this is something I really want to try to pick up more and reread some of the parts that I did annotate, and then hopefully find some new parts as well. So this is one of them. I've talked about this multiple times, so it's kind of embarrassing to admit that this is on my TBR again, but I really do want to try to get this done. The next one is a book that every time I look at my shelf, it screams at me, and I feel like I need to just finish this trilogy. I feel like this year is the year that I want to finish a lot of my trilogies and get a lot of series started. And the other one, it's just like such a, I say basic, but it kind of is like a basic like second book that I just need to just get started before I completely forget about what happened in the first book, is Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and this is the second book in the Inheritance games. I do want to get this done because I feel like I'm slowly forgetting everything that happened in Inheritance games, and the last thing I want to do is reread another book that I don't really plan on wanting to reread right now. Not that I didn't like it, I loved the Inheritance games, I just don't want to reread it if I don't have to. I'd rather read a new book. So every time I pass by my shelf, I see this book sitting here. It just bothers me because there's one more book to this little trilogy, and I'm not gonna get it until I finish this one. I told myself I wasn't gonna buy the third one until I finished it, and I know this book is these books are fairly simple and easy to get into because her chapters are short. So I'm hoping this will be a good thing to add on to this month as well, and hopefully I can speed through it as well, because her book was, the last one was really easy to get into. It was short chapters. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did, so I'm hoping that when it comes to this one, I'm gonna like it as much as I did the first one, because I didn't think I was gonna like the first one that much, and I ended up really liking it a lot. So I'm gonna see what I think about this one, and hopefully I can finally get to the final gambit, because I want to complete this trilogy and I want to have it just done. I just want to be done with it and just be finished, not in like a bad way, but just to where, okay, I did this and this is something I've been meaning to get done for the longest time, and finally I'm getting it done. The last, or not last one, the third one is going to be Circe by Madeline Miller, and I've had this book. How do I not have the light shine on this? The eyes look so creepy when I angle it like that. It looks really creepy. Okay, if I angle it like this. But I have had this on my shelf since September of 2 years ago, I think, and I have not read it, and I've been wanting to read it. I just keep forgetting that I have it on my shelf, and I kind of want to get more books done on my shelf. So this story, it's such a story that everybody has already talked about and read already, I feel, but I wanted to add more like a fae mythos world or mythology world into my reading month, because I do feel like for some reason like March is affiliated with like spring for me, and then I started to affiliate like fairies and the fae world with spring and March. So I feel like it'd be a good mix to have, like even in the mythology world, because I don't really see crazy winters or crazy autumns in mythology worlds. I just feel like this would be a good thing to add on to my March TBR. And it's about, I was like, what is her name? Duh, it's Cersei. Cersei, I think, this is like what I'm thinking the synopsis goes, is that she has really powerful parents amongst the mythology world, and she's kind of shamed and frowned upon because she doesn't hold the same power as they do. And so she ends up getting exiled to another island where she ends up finding her true powers, which I think is witchcraft, which I feel like I would really like, because I like books like that. I like magic systems and witchcraft worlds, and I've heard people either love this book or they just don't care for it, and I feel like I'm gonna really like this book. I feel like this is the type of books and the type of reads I like, with the overall setting and characters. And I feel like I've heard that it's like a feminine empowerment type of book, which I feel like I would absolutely enjoy. And so yeah, it's about her finding herself more and her powers and finding a lot more about herself. I think I already said that, but I just feel like I'm gonna really like this book, and I feel like it's something I just need to get finished on my list already and to have it done and fulfilled off of my bookshelf, because I feel like it bothers me that I have not read this and I see it sitting on my bookshelf all the time and I haven't read it yet. So I think it's time for me to get into this, and I honestly can't wait to see what I think of it, because I don't know that much about it, but I've heard about this book all the time and I'm excited to get into it. Plus I feel like the cover is so pretty, and I feel like I can't let this book go to waste. It's just, I really need to get into it. I also really like all the designs that are based on this book. Like I just feel like it looks really cool. Lastly is a book I'm just absolutely freaking stoked to read, and it's The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. I have been wanting to read this book for the longest time. I've been holding it off forever because, as I said in the reading vlog, if I posted it before this or not, I have been holding off on it because I'm just not ready for the whole world to be over. I am like afraid that, like when there's a book I really want to read, I am afraid to dabble in it, because I'm afraid that what if it's not as great as I thought it was gonna be, and then my expectations are shot and it just destroys like my thought process on everything. Because I have loved this whole world. I loved The Cruel Prince, I loved The Wicked King. It was just, those are like the type of books that I just fall in love with, and I love the whole world system. I love the characters, I love everything about it. I like how brutal it is. I just really like the world, and the twists were crazy. My feet are falling asleep, so I'm gonna scoot down. But I'm just so excited to get into this, and I want to know what happens. I want to see the romance bloom a lot more, because I've heard that it blooms a lot more in this one, but I still want the characters to still stay true to like how they were in the past two books, because I really do like how tough and realistic Jude is as a character. I just am so excited. I've actually started this already. I'm on page 30 and I fell in love with the world already, and I'm so happy to be back in this world again. It's almost like I'm caught up to back where I was before. I didn't feel like I was completely lost or anything, but I just couldn't handle it anymore, and now that I have a copy of my own, I feel like I have to read it, and I can't keep saying I like this series or this trilogy if I haven't read it. So I think it's time for me to read it, and I want to really fully digest and indulge in this book, because I just love the past two books and I am not ready to just let it go just like that. Like I can't just skim read. I'm not gonna read it super fast. I just want to enjoy it. I want to play as much ambiance videos as much as I can. I just want to take my time reading it. I want to just have all my reactions for this, and I'm just so excited. So this is like the main part of my TBR that I want to get done, but it's the one I want to take the longest on, just like how I did with February, how I took my sweet time with Six of Crows. This is the book I want to take my sweet time on. But I'm so excited to get my hands on it, and I'm so excited to see what I think of it. And yeah, so we'll see how far it goes. And that is actually it for my TBR. Like I said, I'm not gonna make it crazy. I think at most, I might pick up maybe a graphic novel. I'm thinking of picking up either Snapdragon, because it just looks so spring, colorful. I don't really consider March exactly spring yet, but I think it's starting to enter into spring, so I feel like that'd be a good book to pick up. And I also want to pick up either that, or I want to pick up this other graphic novel called When You're an Alien, or You're an Alien, Everyone's an Alien Too. I think, I might be wrong. I think it's by Johnny Sun, but that's another graphic novel I want to pick up. And I want to try to make it a goal to pick up at least one graphic novel every TBR, because I do want to build my collection and I do love graphic novels. And if not, I think I want to at least pick up Heartstopper Volume 3, but I'm not speeding through it because I really like those series so much so far, and I'm not trying to rush in that either. So, but that is it for my monthly TBR. I can't wait to see what we end up fulfilling, and so far I'm liking the whole TBR system. I might say this later on, I hate myself for saying that, but I just feel like it creates a more organized and more proper outline of like what I should get done within the month, while keeping the books that I like choosing what I want to read and then choosing why I want to read it. So I'm just really excited to see how far we get into it, and I can't wait to share my thoughts. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys. Oh yeah, let me know what you guys are gonna read for March, because I want to know what books you guys reach out for in March. I feel like it's a month of like, what is it? Is it still winter? Is it spring? And what kind of books do you guys reach out towards when it comes to this month? Because I feel like it's like a middle month. So let me know what you guys are picking up, because I really do like knowing what you guys are currently reading. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!